because we have come here to welcome you in.
Hello, welcome back to another episode. Watch out, spoilers ahead. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power season finale on Amazon Prime delivered a surprising twist concerning the mysterious stranger who has befriended the Harfoot Nori Brandyfoot. Although some assume the stranger is Sauron himself, the Harfoots utilize a magical staff to expose his actual identity. The stranger is one of the Astari, or wizards as they are known in Peter Jackson's films. The stranger is informed by the three white robes that he has not been able to access the full extent of his powers. He needed to travel to the lands of Rhûn to find the constellation Hermit's Hat, which he had been looking for. This is the same territory known as the Eastlands in West Rhûn. The stranger and Nori embark on a fresh quest to this mystery region, and we will undoubtedly see more of their adventures together in Season 2. In Tolkien's appendices, Rhûn. In J.R.R. Tolkien's original source material, the lands of Rhûn are veiled in mystery. The Sea of Rhûn is located north of Mordor and east of Rivanion, according to the appendices of The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. The majority of the stories in both The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit take place in Middle Northwest Earth's region, and Rhûn itself is not mentioned in any of Tolkien's original writings. Rhûn is so far east that it isn't even depicted on any of Tolkien's maps. Rhûn was the birthplace of the First Elves. During the Year of Trees, generations later, the first men and dwarves appeared. Although the majority of elves elected to go west, a faction known as the Avari chose to remain and forgo the great journey. Other groups of men, like as the Edain and Dínadain, might be traced back to Rhûn. Aragorn is said to be one of the few people who have ever visited Rhûn. After Smaug captures Erebor during the War of Elves and Orcs, several Rhûn dwarves traveled to the Misty Mountains. Other Dwarven clans resided in Rhûn near the Orocarni Mountains, including the Ironfists, Stiffbeards, Blacklocks, and Stonefoots. Rhûn's connection to Sauron and Morgoth. Many of the men in the eastern region swore allegiance to the Dark Lord Morgoth. This could explain why the cultists in the Rings of Power tried to persuade the stranger that he was, in fact, Sauron. Sauron is able to unite the East in order to wage war against the West in both the Second and Third Ages. The evil Easterlings of the Lord of the Rings trilogy colonized the unexplored territories of Rhûn and launched multiple raids against Gondor after its establishment. The White Council comprising Gandalf, Saruman, Galadriel, and Elrond destroy a vision of Sauron who escapes to Rhûn to hide in the Hobbit. The Battle of the Five Armies. Rhûn's relationship with the wizards. The connection to the Astari is the most intriguing component of the Rings of Power's voyage to Rhûn. Many Tolkien enthusiasts have speculated about the stranger's identity. Could he be one of the wizards we already know? The White Council is made up of 5 known wizards, Gandalf the Grey, Saruman the White, Radagast the Brown, and the 2 blue wizards Aladar and Pallando. Some fans believe the stranger is Gandalf since he says when in doubt, always follow your nose in The Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. However, Gandalf has never been known to visit Rhûn. However, during the Second Age, Saruman and the Blue Wizards travel to Rhûn. Little is known about the 2 blue wizards. They aren't mentioned in any Tolkien writings, and there's some debate regarding when they arrived in Middle-earth. Although Unfinished Tales claims they came in Middle-earth with the other Astari during the First Age, the peoples of Middle-earth claims they don't come until the Second Age. They presumably failed in their effort to root out evil in the East, thus they may be searching for Morgoth's remnant armies in Rhûn. Given that Sauron's soldiers are gathering in Rhûn, it's also plausible that the stranger is a younger version of Saruman who hasn't yet joined the forces of evil. Gandalf cites Saruman as a wise and just leader in the past, thus possibly the Rings of Power will depict his involvement during the War of the Last Alliance. In any case, the mission to Rhûn will undoubtedly play a big role in the series' subsequent seasons. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.